28th of January, Rabbi Moore, Parsha Hashavua with Rashi.
Okay. About to do Pasuk Rashi on Pasuk Yud. Let's go over Pasuk Yud. I think, Lou, it's your turn.
Okay. Let's see. Vayomer Alehem Yihi Chen Hashem Imachem Kasher Ashalach Eschem Ve'es Tapchem Re'u Ki Ra'a Neged Pneichem. Oh yeah, this is that pasuk that I never understand. He said to them, "So be Hashem with you when I will send you and your children. See that evil faces you." The Rashi says, "Ka'asher ashalach eschem ve'es tapechem af ki ashalach gam es hatzon ve'es habakar kasher amartem. All the more so if I also send flocks and cattle, as you said."
Right.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Ra'u ki ra'a neged pneichem. See that evil faces you.
Okay. Now, Kital Guma. So Rashi says over here that the meaning is Kital Guma. By the way, before on the previous Rashi, I just wanted to point out. What did he say? May Hashem be with you, kasher ashalach eschem ve'estabchem. Now Rashi adds in, Av keshlav gam es hatzon v'saboko kasher amartim. Now where does Rashi get it from to throw in also the animals? He just says, I will send you, I will let you and your children, I will release you and your children. Where does he say that? No, he said nothing about animals. So the Sifsei Chachamim points out over here that in Pharaoh's eyes, the cattle, the sheep and cattle were more important than the children. So if he's going to let the children go, or according to you, that you're asking for the children to go, then for sure we're including the animals as well. Okay? As another point as well, which is Parsha to understand in the Parsha Pshat of the Pasuk, Paro is saying, may Hashem be with you, why to release you and your children. But see, there is evil facing you. So therefore, I'm only going to send the men. So 1 second. The men is Eschem. No, that's you. So Rashi says, no. That's why Rashi is pointing out. You are asking to send certain sections of only the men folk. So who's excluded? That's what is mentioned in Eschem Estabchem. You and your children. Who is that? So that's what Rashi says. You, it means your animals.
Oh.
That's why Rashi is pointing that out. Okay.
What is the translation? What is the Targum?
Okay, Targuma, Ruki Rokanag Basin. Okay, so let's see the Targum inside. Okay. The Targum's translation of the words Ru'u Kirog Neged Penechem start in the Targum with the word Chazoi. You have the word Chazoi in the Targum?
Chazo, Are,
Isha
Zika.
Da'atun Svirin Lemebat, the evil which you intend to do, Lekovel Apichoin Listachora, is going to turn against you. That's how the Targum translates it.
The evil
Which
that you intend to do. What's the evil that you intend to do?
run away.
So running away is the evil that you intend to do, and it's gonna backfire on you.
Right. Will turn against you. Let me just check over here. I'll check my notes over here. No, hold on. I will quote you from the Ramban. So note from the evil that you intend to do to me.
Sorry, I pushed something by mistake.
Intentions is not the way of small children to sacrifice. This will turn against you, that I will not let you leave at all. Mm-hmm. So the Ramban Islami means you want to be clever and you think you want to be able to run away, and if you're insisting that everybody goes with, it's going to backfire on you, because I'm not going to let anybody go. That's how the Ramban learns the Targum.
I see. Very interesting. Okay, so continuing the Rashi, Umidrash Agada Shemati. I heard a midrashic explanation. Kochav Echad Yesh Sheshemo Ra'a. There is a star whose name is Ra'a. Amar Lahem Paro. Paro said to them, to Moses and Aaron, Ro'eh ani be'itz tag ni nus. I see through my astrological predictions, Oso kochav al oleh likrasechem ba'midbar. That star, Ra'ah, ascending to meet you in the wilderness. Bahu siman dam v'hariga. And it is an omen of blood and killing. Uve shechat'u Yisrael ba'egel. When the Israelites sinned with the golden calf, Uvikesh Hakadosh Baruch Hu lehargam, and the Holy One, blessed he, wished to kill them. Amar Moshe b'tefilaso, Moshe said in his prayer, Lama yomeru Mitzrayim lemor b'ra'a hotzi'am. Why should Egypt say he took them out in evil?
Right.
Ra'ah. Zu he she'amar lahem paro. This is what Paro had said to them. Ru'u ki ra'ah neged penechem. See that the star Ra'ah is facing you. Miyad, immediately following this prayer, we find Vayinachem Hashem al Hara'ah. Hashem reconsidered regarding the star Ra'ah. V'hafach es hadam. And he transformed the blood which the star initially augured as blood of death, l'dam mila, into the blood of circumcision. Shemal Yehoshua Osam, for Yehoshua circumcised them upon their entry into the land of Israel.
Zehu
shene'emar, this is what the verse says, Hayom galosi es cher pas mitzrayim mi lechem. Today, on the day which the circumcision was performed, I have rolled away the humiliation of Egypt from upon you.
Right. Yeah, okay. I guess it's a pretty literal translation. Galoisi means to roll away. It means I have revealed, I have removed.
Right.
Okay?
Shehayu omrim lachem, for they would humiliate you and say to you, Dam anu ro'in aleichem bamidbar. We see blood decreed upon you in the desert.
Right. Okay? So basically, it's saying that
blood associated with the Egel HaSahav. There was a war. There's a civil war.
yes. So why do you see that this is referring to that?
Well, I'm saying you don't have to say that we substituted the blood of circumcision. You've got the astrologers were right. There was blood in the desert.
Yeah, but it seems that this is not what. I mean, why is it used with reference to saying it refers to the blood of Mila? You could just as well say it refers to the those who were killed in the battle of those who served the golden calf, that they were killed. That's referring to that blood.
Right. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah, it seems this was. I don't know. It's a good point. I don't know. It seems from the. I would have maybe I'm suggesting an answer to your question is as follows. The whole point was that Paro foresaw in his astrology that there was going to be a disaster, a bloody, excuse me, using the term, a bloody disaster was going to happen to the Jewish people. They were going to be stricken that there would be bloodshed among the Jewish people. Okay? Now, this is something which was not necessarily to do with any sin that they had committed. It was a natural disaster. That's it says. This is an indication that there's going to be blood and bloodshed, murder, whatever. It's going to be killing. Okay, now obviously we don't want to say that it's referring to something which the Jewish people had done wrong, because that would have indicated that they were predestined to do something wrong, and Rashi obviously doesn't want to say that. So rather, he's saying that which Paro premonitioned. How you say? Not sure if there's such a word. But anyway, it's a good word. He had a premonition of what was going to be with the Jewish people. There was going to be blood. We rather try to explain it away with something good, because to say that they were predestined to do something wrong is, we prefer not to say such a thing, because why should that be so that the Jewish people are predestined to sin with the golden calf, or predestined to sin with the daughters of Moab? There was also a tremendous amount of bloodshed there that we go into the different cheshbonos. There were 180,000 people died in that. Whereas in the golden calf, I don't know how many it was altogether, but it was much, much, much less. I don't know. But that's what I'm suggesting, that rather we prefer to say that this is something which is seen in the astrology. There was a premonition of something in astrology to say that there was blood. We prefer to explain that away as something good. It was a good reason for seeing blood because it was referring to the Mila. Okay?
But there's another premonition, another astrological prediction, which was that Moshe's downfall would be through water. That's what threw everybody in the Nile. But it turned out that his down through was through water because he hit the rock.
Okay.
So that was also a sin.
Yeah, I understand. Okay.
So you don't play that away.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I don't know. That's okay. Because we have no other way of explaining it away. What do you mean? We said there was a mitzvah down through water. I don't know. Okay. Fine. Let's see. Let's go on to Pasuk 11.
Okay. It says, Lo chein lechuna agvarim ve'ivdu et Hashem ki ota atem mevakshim vayigaresh otam me'et penei faro. Okay, so it says not so. Let the men go now and serve Hashem, for that is what you request.
Yeah.
And
Let the men go now and serve Hashem ki oisa atem mevakshim. For now, oisa we'll have to see is a feminine. It should say oisam atem mevakshim. What's oisa atem mevakshim? Anyway, that's the thing. End of Paro's words, and it says Vayigoresh oisam me'es pnei Pharaoh, and he drove them out from before Paro.
From Paro. Okay, let's see. Rashi says lo chein, not so. Kasher amartem leholich hataf imachem. Okay, so when you said to take the children with you, Ella lechuna hagvarim ve'ivdu et Hashem. Rather,
yeah, Rashi's pointing out what's the lashon lo chein, not so.
Right.
So Rashi saying not so as you requested, but lechuna hagvarim. Only the men should go.
Men should go and worship Hashem. Okay. Let's see. Ki ota atem mivakshim. But this is what you request. Okay. Ota avodah. This worship. Bikashtem ad hena, that you requested until now. Nizbecha lelokenu. because
Yeah,
you
because
wanted to let us sacrifice unto our God.
right. Because the whole point, what was Moshe Rabbeinu asking? He wasn't asking for them to leave and go permanently. He was just asking, we want to go for 3 days. What do you want to go for
Right,
3 days? To worship Hashem, to have a festival to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. What are you going to
right.
do? Are you going to offer sacrifices?
Mhm.
It's not way of children to offer sacrifices. It's only the adults. So therefore, what are you using a thing? Well, you drain a cup, right? And
Right.
say that you want everybody to go.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. And then Vayigaresh Otam, and he drove them away. Harei zeh lashon katzar. This pasuk was abbreviated. Below, Peirash mi hamigaresh, because it didn't explain who was, I guess, chased away,
Not chased away. Who was the one who chased them out?
who chased them
Who
out.
drove them out? Why? Because it wasn't Paro. Because it says Vayigaresh Esames Pnei Pharaoh.
Mm,
And if it had been Paro, it means Vayigaresh Esam Mipanov.
right,
Drove them
right.
out from and for him. So obviously it was somebody else, but not Paro. Who was that? We don't know. So that's why Rashi's pointing out, and this Rashi's mentioned this in a number of places, that where the Torah doesn't need to uh, be explicit, more explicit than it isn't. It
Uh-huh.
just says that whoever it was, whoever Ali or Ahmed or whoever it was, one of Paro's servants, they were the ones who drove Moshe Rabbeinu out from before Paro,
Uh-huh.
Moshe and Aaron. Okay,
Mhm.
let's go on to Pasuk Yud Beis.
Yud Beis. Vayomer Hashem El Moshe Netei Yadcha Al Eretz Mitzrayim Ba'ar Beh V'Ya'al Al Eretz Mitzrayim Vayochal Es Kol Esev Haaretz Es Kol Asher Hishir Habarad. Uh, um, Hashem said to Moshe, stretch out your hand over the land of Egypt, for the locust swarm, and it will ascend upon the land of Egypt and eat all the grass of the land, everything that the hail left over. Rashi
Or
says,
everything, habarot, everything that the hail left over.
uh,
Yeah?
yeah, that's what I said.
See, I didn't hear the word hail. Okay. Okay?
Ba'arbeh, bishvil makas ha'arbeh, for
Well,
the purpose of the plague of locusts.
so Rashi's pointing out the word ba'arbe means for there to be locusts. Because you could understand the pasuk means, if you read just to read the words, stretch out your hand over the land of Mitzrayim with locusts.
Oh,
Right? But Rashi's pointing out that no, that's not the correct meaning.
Right,
Okay?
right.
Okay, let's do one more pasuk here. Meir, pasuk 13.
okay. It says, Vayet Moshe et Matehu al Eretz Mitzrayim V'Hashem nihag ruach kadim ba'aretz kol hayom ahu v'chol halayla aboker haya v'ruach hakadim nasa et ha'arbeh. Okay, so it says, let's see. Oh, where am I here? Okay. Okay, so Moshe stretched out his staff on the land of Mitzrayim, and Hashem nahag,
Nihag, nihag,
nihag,
led. That means
led. Okay, so he led a easterly wind uh,
into the land.
into the land all the day and all that night,
All that day,
and
b'chol
all that
halayla, and
night.
all that night.
Okay, and it became morning, and the east wind carried the
Had,
locust.
had carried the.
Oh, had carried, it's past. Had carried. Oh, okay, during the night. Okay, right, right. Okay.
Morning came, and the east wind had carried the locusts into Egypt.
Okay. So it says, let's see. The Ruach HaKadim, the east wind. Ruach Mizrachit Nasa et Ha'arbeh. Okay, so the east wind carried the locusts. Lefi Sheba Kenegdo. Lefi, according
God was.
that it came.
Now Rashi says a very interesting point over here. Fishabah kenegdoi
Mhm.
means the wind came. How do I say it? Let's see how I translated it. Just 1 second. Yeah. It blew from the land of Israel towards Mitzrayim.
Oh,
Because we're going to see, Rashi says, Rashi's clearly from the Hamshach, Rashi is referring to its the position of Egypt vis-a-vis the position of Eretz Israel.
right, right.
Because Egypt was in the southwest. Southwest of what? Southwest of Eretz Israel.
Uh-huh. Okay. Okay.
As explained elsewhere.
Uh-huh.
Now it's interesting, Rashi doesn't say anything here, but I have a note over here. Note 15, just 1 second. Rashi seems to understand that the source of the plague of locusts was from the direction of the land of Israel, and thus an east wind blew from the land of Israel westwards to Mitzrayim. I don't have any source for that.
Oh.
Okay? But otherwise, it's very difficult to understand the Pasuk B'chlal. Okay, I think we're going to stop here, and we'll continue Be'ez Hashem tomorrow with Pasuk 14.
Okay.
Rabbi.
Thank you.
Be well.
Okay.
Be well. Kol tov. Oh, by the way, tomorrow is Yom Kippur Cotton, so I'll try to start a little bit earlier, and because I have to finish at about 12 minutes past 1. Okay?
Okay.
Sounds good.
Fine. Good. Be well.
Oh, that's what you're looking.
Huh.